We just focused. There's a lot of things obviously that we're able to see on the film on both ends of the floor that we can do better. So just looking forward to game two.
Hey Rudy, how tough was it getting those two quick fouls, and how did that throw you off just in your rhythm and trying to get into the game?
It was tough. I mean, it's been a while since that happened to me in my career. So first foul definitely was a mistake on my end. So second one, I don't think it was really a foul, but first one is I can control the first one. So I just gotta be better. Just gotta be ready for what's coming, and I can't let my team down by getting foul trouble early like that.
Rudy, how would you define what your defensive role? How would you define what your job is in this series?
My job is to help my team dominate on both ends, and set the tone defensively, by being who I am, and offensively by putting a lot of pressure on the rim, finishing, getting my teammates open with screens, and creating gravity for my teammates.
What is it they do that makes them so much better at defending the rim than anybody else in the NBA?
I think they do a great job pressuring the ball handlers and then collapsing in the paint when the ball handler is able to get past the first line of defense. They do a great job collapsing and forcing you to pass the ball.
What would you say has been your biggest takeaway going from the series where you guys had played against a team that didn't have much size compared to Chet, Marcus Johnson? What was your biggest takeaway from yesterday, game two from this side?
I think they're really forcing us to make the easy, boring play. To play simple. You can't play around with the ball. You can't try to force things into the paint. They're gonna have 3, 4, 5 guys in the paint. So it's really about for us trying to make the right play and trusting each other, and then also not expect to get calls. Because they're very handsy, and there's a lot of things that are not gonna get called.
I'm guessing you didn't watch a lot of baseball in France, but what is it like having A-Rod around, and do you know much about his track record as a star athlete?
I never watched him play, but I know he had he's a Hall of Famer. I know he accomplished some great things in his career. But I just like his energy. He has a really good, positive energy. He's always, win or lose, he's always there to support us, and you can feel that he's a competitor, and I think it translates into our mindset.
Rudy, when a team like when you built your career on being a great defender at the rim, when they dominate the paint the way they did, is there a certain hit to the pride that bothers you with those type of results?
Of course. I mean, I take a lot of pride by helping my team be the best defenses in the league, and this is my responsibility. Obviously, it's a team game, but this is really my part of what I'm being asked for, to make sure that we are the best team we can be defensively, and it starts with protecting the paint.
When Shea scores,
go ahead. As you processed last night, when you look at the game plan, do you feel like it was the appropriate game plan, maybe not the right execution, or do you think there's a different approach?
I think the game plan is fine. I think it's our mindset. I thought first half we did everything we were supposed to do. I thought we could have been up more than just 4 points at half, for multiple reasons. But I think when they start making a run, I think we or when we don't score, we can get frustrated. We can lose track of what we're supposed to do on both ends. What we need to do, the small little plays, defensively and offensively, spacing for our teammates, screening for our teammates, defensively, communication, and making the small plays that consistently allow us to win.
Kind of along those same frustrated. How much of that comes from how active they are defensively and how they just never stop?
Yeah, they're relentless. We knew that. We know they're grabbing, fouling, but we know that we're not going to get all those calls, and we're going to play through that consistently and not let a missed call or missing shots or these things disrupt us from getting to the next play and doing what we're supposed to do.
Like you were talking about the game plan a second ago, Shea has 31, but he's 10 and 27 from the field. So you feel like you guys did a pretty good job on him defensively, and what can you learn from that moving forward?
I think he shot a lot of free throws, but outside of that, I think I think we made him work. Which is what we want to do. Force him into the toughest shots possible, and make sure we get back in transition, and then try to keep him off the line. We didn't do a great job at that for many reasons, but I think we definitely gonna be better.
Rudy, you guys have proven to be a bounce-back team this whole season. So what kind of confidence does that give you headed into game 2?
I mean, I think it's about being present. Whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. Whatever happens tomorrow, happens tomorrow. It's just being ready today and being focused on what can we do today in this moment to win, to help our team win.